Hello. Good Anna morning.
Hello, good morning.
Eternity Glitch. Piggy is from a game I used to work on. With a group of friends who made this game called Mutiny.
We're not here to fight. We need your help.
Even though literally every time we talk to you, you double-cross us, kidnap us, or threaten to destroy everything we love.
Whoa!
Maybe we are here for a fight. God!
Oh! Hello.
Wow, Pal Bro.
Oh, bro, thank you.
Good morning. How are you doing? How is everyone?
We're Doig and Swift. Welcome to the Animation Breakfast Club.
Thank
We're
you.
Just fired up for the morning.
Thank you for the huge raid. How is everyone? Do you all have a good time at Pal Bro's stream?
What were you up to, pal bro? Were you Hollow Knighting? What were you doing? You did bring a bunch of peeps. He was making emotes. Aw, awesome.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
I was just explaining, let me show you. I'm gonna share my screen, India. I was just explaining the origins of one of the game characters that I'm working on at the moment. This is Pigu. It's from a game I worked on where you were like a bunch of pirates, and we thought it'd be fun if you could ride a pig and joust one another. And I worked on this a few years ago, and it sort of fell through, but I really loved the idea enough that I wanted to return to it. So this is Pigu. He's got a bunch of crap stuck to him now, for various debug purposes. But Piggy's idle animation is exactly the same as my avatar's. Yeah, he vibing. So he's got he can turn his little ball different color now. That's gonna be his attack. Collision. He can also firebomb. Yeah. Oh, Piggy got a squish. Yeah, he also squish. I don't know if you can hear the honk honk. Yeah. This is a good Piggy. Honk honk. So yeah, welcome in. We're Doig and Swift, as I said. We're animators. I don't know if Palbro gave you much of an introduction. Turn up the honk. It's okay. It's okay. We predominantly work in music videos for the last couple of years. India is now storyboarding professionally, being awesome.
What the fuck? How did that happen?
And I work as a sort of mostly a colorist, but now in the capacity of a compositor for animation. I'm an illustrator, I paint, I do a bunch of stuff. I'm also doing a little bit of game dev.
Redacted says, turn up the honk!
I can send you the Porky, I can send you the sound file if you'd like.
Declan says, they are the Starlight Brigade people and Night Runner people. Yes, we are! That is how we're probably most known.
Yeah, India directed Starlight Brigade.
Yeah.
The music video.
Yeah. And I helped out on Night Runner with storyboards and animation and general hands doing things.
He will say yes. Make him say yes.
And I'm directing Mystic Crystal.
Yeah.
Right the fuck now!
Yeah.
Even though it's really only Mike and I left on the project in terms of the animation at the minute.
Yeah. Almost done.
So I'm less directing and more just, I don't know, providing feedback to Mike.
So we humbly encourage you to give us your attention and your follows for the future and going forward. To invest in our futures.
Max, the pig killing game! You're not meant to kill the pigs! You're meant to become emotionally attached to them.
Yeah,
And then
you don't
destroy other people and their pig.
no kill. No, you're you are supposed to you're supposed to write your character is going to be these cats that ride the piggies and joust on the piggies. There was a cat from earlier. Here you are.
Cutie Nagashi, morning! And don't, no worries, go get some sleep. Thank you for coming and checking in.
You
Hanging
run
out.
around as a cat and then jump on your piggy and then you take it from there.
Ben, please don't talk about delicious bacon, you'll make me really hungry.
I think at some point in this chain of bones.
At some point in this chain of bones.
I thought the ore would be in there, but it's not.
Oh no, pal bros, I didn't mean to make you feel guilty about your bacon. Enjoy it. Relish it. Put relish on it and relish that relish.
So yeah, what are you doing today, India?
I was gonna do like a quick example. None of my examples are ever quick. Of how I would approach character design in terms of these characters, because I said I would.
Can I share your screen?
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay.
My
fine.
computer is still trying to open a new document, and I feel like it's going to show a bunch of the previous documents, some of which might not be fit for human eyeballs.
I see. I got you. Well, just let me know.
I don't know if my computer's being slow or if it's crashing out because the scratch disks are full. I've deleted everything in my temp folder, but I don't know if that's made a difference. I mean, Photoshop at least opened.
Well, I'm gonna.
Ooh, how is everybody today? How are you all?
I'm gonna attach a little player script to this character today. I think.
Players gonna play. Pigger's gonna peek.
Your animations are too powerful for your
Gotta
current PC, says
Way.
Declan.
I'd like to think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're just too good. I don't know if that's actually what it is, though. I think more likely just my computer is old. Okay. You can share my screen now.
Alright.
I'm just gonna shake it off. As Taylor says.
There you go. There's the cat on the pig.
Oh, Ben, it's your final day of your game jam. Best of luck, my dude.
Get that game done.
Get that game.
Get that game done.
Get it done. By way. And that what people say. Yay. Not what people say. Are you gonna share my screen, Mike?
I have.
Have you? Hold on. I think. Oh, maybe my browser's crashed. Hold on.
So he doesn't kill them, but he enslaves them to ride on them. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
There we go. I can see now. It's great.
That's why you're trying to make me look bad.
I didn't know. It wasn't you though. Okay, so which one should I do, guys? Do you think I should do Snow Queen, Icarus, or Cerberus?
Yeah, so we currently have a thing called the Animorning Challenge going on at the moment, and India's challenged folks to do a character design based on one of these prompts. And so she's gonna show her approach to character design. Talk a little bit about it, see if she can help out. Habo says, Icarus, cause himbo.
My gosh, I should have known.
Oh, you love Swift's accent.
Oh, thanks. I am English. From the land of Ing.
From the land of Ing.
Yeah. I hark from the land of Ing.
She's full of angles.
That's true. I could be your angle or your devil. Ben wants to see the doggo. Redacted says Icarus. You're an Icarus, that's not a himbo specifically to annoy Habo. Everyone say, why would you guys choose the one that's the hardest? Okay. We can try and do Icarus. Why don't they break? That's what people say. This is what happens when I can't hear the music, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You just sing your own song.
Yeah. Which can't be great when everyone can hear the music and me singing my own song.
That's not so bad. Which one are you opting for?
Which character?
Yeah.
Everyone said Icarus, which is the one which I feel I know least about. So, step one is for me to pull up Wikipedia or some other site and to learn more about it.
Tib, did you see? I don't know if it's the official YouTube Rewind, but there's a YouTube Rewind musical trailer that dropped, and in the trailer they're like chanting "ooh, ah" in it. I think they're gonna reference Annis in the Rewind as a musical. How cool! Hey Verity, how you doing? I think they're mixing Bicurious with Icarus to become Bicarus? Bicarus.
Icarus. What, like the biro?
Or maybe it's not Bicurious, maybe it's just straight up Bi. I missed the inroad.
By Curious Icarus.
He flew too close to the...
I mean, that makes sense because from what I'm reading here, he was warned not to fly too close to the sun or too close to the sea, but between the two.
Ah. Aha. Are you saying it's a metaphor?
Saying best of both worlds. Baby.
Wait, he was warned to specifically not fly too close to the sea because if he hit the sea, he would fall in and drown?
I guess so, yeah.
Which is what happened, right?
No, he flew too close to the sun.
And then he fell into the ocean and drowned.
Yeah, actually, he did fall into the ocean and drowned, didn't he? Worst of both worlds.
He's a clever
It's interesting.
one.
It's interesting, though, that there's an aspect that I'd forgotten about here, where
Cisper.
where it's very much like a tale of freedom, because it's essentially a son being told to follow in his father's footsteps.
Right. But he strays from the path
Yeah.
of his ancestors.
Well, Daedalus, who's his dad, fashioned 2 pairs of wings out of wax and feathers for himself and his son. Daedalus tried his wings first, but before trying to escape the island, warned his son not to fly too close to the sun, nor too close to the sea, but to follow his path of flight.
Right. Okay.
So, father telling son to follow his path, essentially. Overcome by the giddiness that flying lent him, Icarus soared into the sky, but in the process came too close to the sun.
Okay.
So, he was giddy with the freedom and didn't want to follow the path
Gotcha.
of his dad. It's a cautionary tale to children to not be creative and try and follow your own path, but just to do what your parents do.
Yeah. It's like conservative approach to life. Do what is done before and remain safe, and enjoy the benefits of flight to a limit.
So in that way, Icarus is kind of a representation of freedom.
Well, it's freedom coupled with irresponsibility.
Following not listening to lessons of the past. I guess if you see his dad as kind of representing that experience. Gotta say, I empathize with Icarus though.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's given all this freedom and a warning and didn't heed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he was truly listening to his dad, then it would have been like, you've created these wings that are subpar, father, and I will endeavor to spend my life in inventing better wings that can fly closer to the thing I so admire.
It says here that the general interpretation of the myth is the consequence of overambition.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna okay, Piggy, you can hold off for now.
That's interesting too, so I think Seth Godin said, it says here, that we tend to forget that Icarus was also warned not to fly too low. Flying too low is even more dangerous than flying too high because it feels deceptively safe, in terms of linking it to ambition.
Don't aim too low.
Mm-hmm. Aim just right in the middle. Right, just comfortably in the middle.
No, not the middle.
Yeah, the middle.
No.
Yeah, the middle.
It's not like there's like a line. There's a cross section of up and down that he had.
I mean, can you tell that I'm like, I think that you should be ambitious though.
I think you've proven
Ambition, freedom.
in your own Icarus life.
These are all good things. Surely. Ambition, freedom. Okay, well I've got to bring a bit of the other stuff in, so arrogance. Confidence.
Ben is then deconstructing it and be like, I'm also not sure getting closer to the sun really works for melting the wax. Like, the sun is really, really far away. Yeah.
Ironically, the higher up you get, the colder it gets. But they didn't know that back then.
He flew into the upper atmosphere and started getting hit by more radiation. How's that? He almost jettisons himself into space. He's that ambitious.
Actually, they'd probably melt best at room temp.
He the Elon Musk of his time.
Icarus should have a cool jet boat that he can surf through the sky with. Much like in Treasure Planet. You could totally do that. So I'm gonna look at things like fire.
With great confidence comes great confidence. Aaron Hansen.
So true. So true.
He goes into space and there's a mech battle happening.
Yep.
I don't know if you could attribute "check this out" to Aaron Hansen as a quote.
That's true. Hello, Aaron Hansen.
Hello, my name is Aaron Hansen. Quote from Aaron Hansen.
burnout is a cool idea. I'm just like storming words here. But burnout reminds me of when you burn out like in a race or something. Thoughts of doing Icarus as a young racer.
That'd be cool.
Who ends up crashing because he is too ambitious, takes too big a jump or something. There's also futurism, like we could always do him as like a hacker. That'd be pretty fun, like a cyberpunk take on it.
I did well, thank you. I was laying in the house.
The idea of burning is super fun too, because we can use that visually in terms of like just charcoaling the ends of things. Give the impression of something being burned. We think what else? Reach, being far-reaching. Like overreaching.
You're writing down qualities that I see.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm thinking of things that I could visually pull together to kind of give myself a library of visual stuff to pull from. It looks like Reach says peach, but it don't.
Straight up. He's straight up frozening with ore through his head. Oh. Or his chest, I guess. The cat used to be like more human, so the body was like a human, and then I modeled a cat head way back, and I've been retexturing it so it would make it cute. That reminds me, I need to make a version of the cat head that isn't mirrored, so that I can have an asymmetrical marking pattern on the face, because I want to make one of our flatmate's cat Buffy. And put that as a character. It can be Buffy's a calico.
So like forward momentum, diagonal lines is something. So lots of you can use lots of different lines when designing or drawing or animating. And lines which are diagonal feel like they have movement and momentum to them. So I think about that a lot when I'm using them, essentially.
Do I have a modeling portfolio? I don't. I'm not, like, I'm fairly a generalist, and so I picked up a lot of skills along the way, working on small game prototypes and things like that. But it's never really been like at the forefront of my portfolio, weirdly. I think because the game that I worked on, Doig is the everythingist. The game that I worked on was straight out of uni, with a group of friends. I worked in a game design competition, and so they just knew that I could do stuff, and I was a part of that team. And then through working in that game design competition, the people who hired me next saw my work in the game design competition and gave me a job offer through that, so I didn't have to apply with a portfolio for that. And then that company made me redundant along with a lot of the other employees, and then the guy who hired me at that company hired me at the next company. So as much of it as a games journalist, I've never really had to Maybe I had one for applying to Sega Hardlight.
I think you did a test for that, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've ever said this on stream. The art test for getting into Sega Hardlight was creating prop assets, 3D prop assets for Knuckles from the Sonic franchise. And so I made a skateboard and a skate helmet for Knuckles for the Knuckles model. I completely forgotten. I put Knuckles on his helmet.
What was in his name?
No, as in his spikes, his spiked knuckles. I put them on his helmet.
Gotcha.
Like, I think he had like. Can we see? I don't even know if I still have that.
You guys are really expecting more than it was.
I wouldn't even know where to look. I'll do a directory search on I'll do a directory search on my art folders and just type Knuckles. Okay, it's searching. Is there a reason you want to see my modeling stuff? Past models?
Okay, now I've got a bunch of words. I'm just gonna go and grab some images for these words that I can pop on here.
There is a reason, yes. Oh, okay. I think I see what you're meaning. If you're looking for anything like that's high poly or like sculpting and stuff, that's not my strength at all. I'm much more comfortable doing low poly, cutesy, hand painted texture stuff like this. So a lot of the stuff you'll see in my past work is just more the same of this sort of thing.
To save it from myself.
Indeed.
Yeah.
India Scram. Oh, Deck can tell me what you're up to. Okay, I'll ask him. I'm curious. Tunes. He's oof.
What?
It was like when he gets up out of bed in 10 hours. Now he's doing better. He went to bed at the same time I did.
These candles, Verti, they're like almost character designed in themselves, aren't you? Can't you just see this as the back of someone with a cloak on?
It's very cool. What's the chains for?
I figured broken chains kind of feel like a symbol of freedom.
Oh, cool.
That's all that is. I'm just finding images that I think evoke the feeling of freedom or heat or ambition.
Eboop. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you were to happen to check out, there's a couple of cool posts that India's made in the past.
You're on the swan.
What?
Swan. One's going up.
A couple of cool posts that just like India's made a couple of cool posts. Yo, I'm a swan.
You're on the swan.
About character design, there is there's a good one here called storytelling and character design, which I think India might be going through very similar practices on stream just now. So there's this one that I'll link you guys to, but there's also delving into the character design for the Starlight Brigade music video. They're good too. So let me link you all of these. Here's the main one, where you can see all these articles and link to them. Oh, thank you, Kurzik. That's awesome. That links to our actual Patreon, but here's a cool overview as well of this page I set up. Then telling. You guys are interested in this stuff. I mean, you're sticking around to see what we're up to, so I'm gonna take a leap of faith here and just spam links at you.
Wires.
If anyone in chat has read these and wants to pitch in with like what they thought of them,
They were shit.
after having read some of them,
They were shit.
or anything that you thought was like particularly useful, do please shout it out. There's nothing more powerful than a recommendation from a complete stranger.
Recommendation: do not type burn into Google.
Oh, okay. We got walk, we got run. Do we have an idle for him? We do, and we have an attack. I think we have enough. To put at least the first stage of them into the game. Oh, cool. We actually have a little menu down here now. Last time I did this, it was just gone. We want to make sure it's selected objects so we're not getting everything. And I also want to... You can't see this, I don't think. It's way down behind my bear. But there's a setting for... on the animation for or armature for only deformed bones. Because I'm using the Rigify rig and blender, I don't want to get all of the control bones. I just want the ones that the mesh is weighted to. And then we overwrite our cat pirate FBX and we hope and pray. Rain dancing or any other ceremonial dances also help in these times. Wait, Kieran present danger. Nice. It's like reading Gurney's Color and Light in that they are super useful, but I haven't put the legwork into actually disseminating the information. An embarrassment of riches for those seeking knowledge. How's that for a recommendation? Read the book! Color and Light is amazing. If any of you have not read through Color and Light by James Gurney. It's freaking amazing. And also, Redacted and I got into a little bit of a tussle yesterday over the fact that she doesn't like the color combination pink and blue. I was like, do you not know where you are? Read
Pink
the room.
is like Mike's favorite color.
But yeah, this is my favorite color combo.
You can have to deal with it,
She
Mike.
called
Not
it
everyone,
basic.
not everyone likes it. Chip basic. All right. So first off, I'm gonna just get this racing idea out of my head because it's latched onto my brain now, and I
Okay.
can't stop thinking about it.
Okay.
Okay, so so in my head right now, Icarus is a driver. His dad was also a driver, and warned him like not to f around essentially with this kind of future fuel they have.
Right, okay.
But to win a race, Icarus totally does.
So the future fuel is the sun.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And he ends up like burning up and crashing.
Okay.
Like, sorry, burning out and crashing.
Icarus is a race car.
His race car is wings essentially.
Right, okay.
Is he a phantom racer? God, that's in my head now.
Eat a phantom racer.
I'm a phantom racer, justice in the steel machine of death. Faster, I'll be right behind you. Faster, over and over again. 'Cause I was born to race, and I would die to win. It's such a good song.
Alright, I'm gonna
So
make-
listen to your parents. Do it. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
It's funny doing things at cross odds with you because it's like you're like, okay, all this Icarus story stuff, and I'm like, gonna make a new script, call it cat controller, and you're like, oh yeah, race car fuel, and I'm like, copy and paste this.
Looking like Tetsuo already.
Looking at, oh, you got Tetsuo.
Got Tetsuo hair going on.
Is it gonna be Daddy Canada?
Canada! Tetsuo!
Dadna. Dad Canada? Oh, whatever. Effectively, I'm going to be using the same logic from the Pigu controller for inputs and stuff. But I'm going to have the cat be able to do slightly different stuff.
Dude's got a baby face shape. Chisel it out a little bit more. So, what I'm thinking with the hair right now is, like I was saying, diagonal lines. So, I'm looking at this kind of thing. I'm also trying to make it look kind of feathery. I'm also trying to make it look kind of flamey. I'm also having it blown back because this dude is all about speed. So having his hair almost be in a pose of being blown back naturally, like he's always going at 100 miles an hour even when he's standing still.
Cool.
That's what I'm thinking. And we can get some like points into his design with this hairline as well. And then we're going to fade this to black at the ends as though it's almost been burned.
Is that just how he would be usually?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you just wants to draw Sonic. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about the representation of freedom and how that is just Sonic.
Yeah? You wanna talk about that?
I just think that's like the theme of Sonic. Or at least not the theme of Sonic the franchise, but I think that's the thing that Sonic values the most. I think that's kind of what Sonic represents to me. There's a lot of songs about it in the Sonic games and universe about the importance he places on freedom and being free to kind of do his own thing. So let's continue that that diagonal line and just give him like a really strong nose. Not like I'm super in favor of strong noses or anything. It's not like I think they're really cool and people with strong noses are awesome. But
Kurzik asked, India, do you usually start with details like this, or do you sometimes do character design thumbs too?
yeah, I frequently do character design thumbs too. When I have a very like, when I have an idea in my head that won't let go of my head, I just get it out
Aren't
so I can stop thinking about it.
aren't the colors of Sonic red, white, and blue because of some sort of US connection?
Yeah, I think they wanted American audiences to
Right,
resonate with
okay.
it.
They were like, man, look at the comic books we're making over there. They're
Thanks for
popular."
validating my big nose. Do you have a big nose, Palro? I have a big nose.
Okay, cat controller finally finished. Loading. Okay, cool.
So let's put his eyes into shadow of that determined brow. He's like always looking forwards. And his face is like opening up. So we have this kind of shape. Because he's like looking out to the horizon. You know? His cone of vision is large, just like his head cone is large. I'm trying to create a feeling that the front of his face is opening up to the possibilities, you know? And then we should give him like kind of wild eyebrows, right? Because he's like untamable, that's kind of the thing.
Oh, Birdie, did I miss the part where you got COVID?
Oh,
I knew
Verti,
that.
did you get your tests back? Verti was feeling really ill the other day, Mike, so
Okay.
she went to get tested.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Birdie. Hope you're getting through okay. Have you been talking with Tib? Because I know Tib has went through similar. You couldn't even parse a PPG last night. No! Oh, I know it's not like the worst symptom or whatever, but like losing the be able to enjoy,
The small things.
yeah, such a like petty part of it.
I'm really sorry to hear that it is actually COVID. That sucks.
Okay, we can get rid of some of. Let's keep Thor, because Thor's fun. But we can get rid of some of the more Piggy related things.
So I'm giving him a scar because we want something that can like blow back again kind of show that speed. We're also tattering it. This is kind of like foreshadowing of the fact that in the legend Icarus's wings get burned up. Because blown behind him you can kind of see them as wings. Also it just shows that he has like a very active, dangerous lifestyle and also really likes his scarf. And I'm gonna give the edges that darkness again.
I like the strong nose. I'm digging that. It's finally like caught up to where you put it in. Okay, let's see. We've got the update function. This has. I don't know if you guys can really see it all that well.
Does Icarus have a cone hat? What, you like this little cone here? This is just me illustrating the head shape.
Let's hold that. Good. Time for
You should be eating an ice cream cone. Okay, I can do that.
good. Forward fast. Get movement speed.
The ice cream cone is melting just like the wax did.
Let's
Gonna give him wings. Yeah, I'm thinking that the wings are gonna be on the back of his driving jacket.
That you're gonna say back of his dragon.
Back of his dragon. So the back of his jacket would have this kind of wing decal. So I don't know what a driving jacket looks like. So this is when I need to look at reference. But we'll have the wings on the back of the jacket essentially. To kind of reinforce that driving to him is this freedom that he's looking for. So let me look up driving jacket. I like this one with the stripes. Let me pop this one in. Because stripes to me feel very like racer.
Alright, so are the wings on the scar? Is that what you've got?
No, the wings are on the jacket.
Cool.
But the scarf, because it is kind of wing-like and kind of treating as an extension of the wings in terms of tattering them up. Tiring up the ends of it.
Gotcha.
Okay, there we go. Do you think it would be fitting to have him ride a motorcycle? We could give him a motorcycle instead of a car, for sure. So long as he go fast, you know. And then you guys might lose me to this challenge, unfortunately. I need to not get too caught up in this idea because the opportunity now to design a motorcycle around the motif of wings
Make that the next challenge.
is something that I really like designing mechanical objects and stuff, so I have to try and resist getting into that because if I do, we'll be here all day with me doing that.
Yeah, because you could design the motorcycle around different types of birds and things.
Right? So I like this little pop collar that some of these have.
What if it was like a chariot style thing? With some of the Greek element.
Yeah, that'd be real cool. I like that. I like that idea. Call it the chariot or something. That would just be a
pod racer though.
Hey man, I like pod racer. I like pod racer. Now this is pod racer.
Where did I put the animal?
So let me make sure that his stance is like
it's just there.
Not shying away from anything. I need him to push his chest forward because this dude don't give no fucks whether you think he should go fast or not. All he cares about is freedom. I like these little seams up here at the top of the shoulders on this design. Nice way to separate the arm very clearly, especially in profile. Let's have him have his sleeves rolled up on his jacket to make it feel more casual. But ice cream.
Oh, why did I get any of the animation? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one.
Bertie says, so Indy, do you know of essentially the hockey pucks that motorcyclists wear on their elbows? I don't. Do you know what the name of them are? Because I will look that up. So we're going to burn his forearms here. What this actually is going to be motor oil. So essentially, no one wants to work with him because he's so risky. So he does all his repairs himself, which means that his forearms are constantly covered in gunk. But that also gives us the visual motif of, again, trying to bring in that like burnt edges feeling. And then of course we need some driving gloves. They use those during races to right themselves if they're leaning too far. Okay, let me have a look. So I'm going to type in elbow protectors, motorcycle, and let's see what we got. I'm going to grab some of these images.
How do we import an FBX Unity?
I love how much this just looks like armor. It's freaking awesome. Alright. Looks good, my dudes. So we'll have his elbow protectors on here. Whoops, I did it on the wrong layer. Hold on, let me find the layer on the drawing again. There we go. I'm going to try and give it a sharp edge and ping it out to make it feel speedy. Shorthand it. And we could just roll the gradient. We could either have the forearms continue to be exposed, or we could roll the gradient into the protectors and have that be a part of their design. I'm wondering if we can give the protectors a kind of feathery design. Right, this kind of thing. See you, Tib! Have a good day!
I wonder, it's being a bit weird. Let me try.
Lightning McQueen's eyes. Aren't Lightning McQueen's eyes just a windshield? Driving gloves.
I didn't get any results for Knuckles.
You didn't get any results for Knuckles?
Yeah.
Were you still looking for...
I had the search going this whole time.
Oh, gotcha.
If I go to...
I think when it comes to the pattern on the front, I'd want to do something more custom with Icarus specifically. So let me leave that for now. I want to clarify a few of the shapes here because I feel like it's starting to.
What do you mean by clarifying the shapes?
They're getting over complex, essentially.
So there's too many that to vary too much.
There's just too much going on.
Okay.
It's starting to feel overcomplicated. So I want to simplify it. So I'm going to attempt to do that.
I'm gonna go into the directory where I have my FBX that I imported. I'm gonna cut and paste it into a different directory. That now Unity's like, I don't know what that is, and then I'm going to put it back in to the right directory. So hopefully it feels like it's a new thing. I'll delete the meta. I've not really done anything with the cat character yet, but somehow it wasn't reading the new animation, and I need that. I need it.
I need it.
Characters.
Big gloves.
Cool.
Big glove. So one thing that you could do, like once you have something like this, I'm gonna skip ahead a bit because I don't want to spend the entire stream on like one super specific design when I could be brainstorming a bunch.
That's a shame. This one also doesn't have it. Why?
Is just look to like basically do the same thing but exaggerate way more. So like just to the point where it kind of gets a bit ridiculous. So again, looking at diagonal lines. And then like pushing that. Giving him more of a pointy ear. Essentially just taking the design and amping it up a bit.
I wasn't reading chat for a little bit there, so I'm sorry if I missed some stuff you said.
Me.
No, I wasn't reading chat, so I missed stuff that people said. So if you want me to, if there's questions or anything you wanted me to particularly see, please, if it's not too much trouble, repeat it and I'll get to it. I'm making a game out of this, lad. I am indeed. That's the plan. Oh, Kieran, hey. I thought it might be you. I am, yeah. So that's your new kind of online handle. You're clear and present danger.
Clear and present danger. That's real good. Oh my gosh.
I like it. It's memorable and like it's got a comedic edge to it. Good job. I went with Michael Doig art, which is. I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd went with something like memorable.
Doiglebear.
Doiglebear. Yeah, I mean I'm Doiglebear on Instagram simply because someone else grabbed Michael Doig. I recently started watching the Minecraft YouTube guy Dream, and I like that on ones where he couldn't get Dream, he has just become Dream was taken.
Nice.
So he's like Dream on Twitter, but Dream was taken on Twitch, etc. Birdie's like, oh my god, Dream!
Yeah, Mike just recently discovered it like last week.
Yeah.
And showed me. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah, it was through the Manhunt ones.
See how like I mean, I suppose if you very much like the anime style, you might prefer the left one. But I think the right one is way stronger when you get to just like exaggerating features. Like and rolling stuff into everything else. So like rolling this hair shape straight into the brow, which goes straight into the nose. You know? All this kind of refining of the design. To like really tweak it. And try and exaggerate it. Go even further. It's just make his head a cone. I did the cone the wrong way around. Like a doof.
Save.
Go for like that kind of shape almost.
Did you guys watch the clip of Dream and Corpse simping for Saikuno? No, I didn't. I've only watched the Manhunt ones from Manhunt versus 3 upwards, and I watched Minecraft, but Dream is a horse, which is fucking great. Because you've got his friend George, who has to like keep him alive. And Dream is just as reckless as ever. So you've got George riding Dream on horseback in the nether while George screams, "Just run!" and Dream yelling, "No, we can make it, we can do it." Yeah. If the rate of me watching the videos keeps up, I think we're gonna have to make something.
What to do with Dream?
Yeah.
You want to do like an animatic or something?
Yeah.
Oh man.
My favorite moment is when Dream learns to fish.
Human fish.
Yeah. Yo, you guys remember me talking about butt design that I got from another video from is it Jonas Tyrol? Talking about how you like take something familiar and design on top of that, but with a butt, like something familiar but this. You just read Dream's YouTube titles and it's like Minecraft but this. And I'm like, there it is. I've started to see it. That one's a literal example.
I feel like there are a ton of YouTube videos like that though. You know, the B movie, but every time someone says B, it speeds up.
Yeah. I think there's something inherently compelling about that.
You heard his fandom and stands are toxic. It wouldn't surprise me a whole lot. Since Mike started watching him, I've had a bunch of recommendations popping up on the YouTube channel. And I was saying it's hilarious to me how many of the fan-made pieces of content make Dream and his friends into like ridiculously edgy, attractive anime boys.
Thanks for the follows, Inzuki.
When the content itself is incredibly doofy and silly and fun, but all the content seems very dramatic and dark. Just again, just riffing on those same shapes of burnt hair, diagonals. But again, I like this one even more than the previous one. And all I'm doing is just like exaggerating it more and more every time. Trying to roll those shapes into cleaner and cleaner
Ben
designs.
Says, Doig Swift, but every time Doig says Pigu, Swift must make an RPG Maker game.
That is my life. Okay, so let's... Now I've got that racer idea kind of out of my head. Let's go back to square one. Look back at our influences. And design some Icaruses that aren't racers. Cool. You, sir, go over there. You go over here. Where I can't see you anymore.
What's a leaf bone?
A leaf bone?
Yeah, what a leaf bone?
I don't think I've ever heard of a leaf bone before.
Oh, Blender adds extra bonus to ends of armature.
Yeah, it does feel junk ratty, doesn't it? Alright, here we are. We're back up here. So let's just play with some shapes. So, another idea to immediately get out of my head is this.
I'll pick them whatever.
It's just a flame with a cloak. It's just cool looking. Just looking at this flame here. You know, this would be great for a character that's just designed primarily after just a flame.
He must say
Make him say yes!
He must say, thanks for the follow, Paper Bun.
I should draw a bit smaller.
And thank you for everyone who's like, come over on the Palbro raid and stuck around. We appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying yourself. You're chilling. I hope you're not just all asleep and your tabs are just open.
What's that?
Just saying, I hope it's not all they've all fallen asleep after Palbro's raid and they've left the tab open.
Oh.
There's just like 60 screens of us just being like, doo 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 doo, out in the ether somewhere.
So let's see. So I'm looking at diagonals and feathers. I'm just gonna...
I love seeing comments from people where like they've been watching a particular person and they've drifted to sleep and that person has raided someone and then that person has raided someone else, and in the time of those raids happening they've woken up and they've sort of like, they're just like in a chat that you're not familiar with and they're just like, how did I get here? It's kind of like the Twitch equivalent of the Hangover movie where you have to like retrace your steps of like, how did I find this streamer? How have I found myself here? That's how you found What If Julia. Wow, that's such a great coincidence. For those of you who don't know, you probably already know, but Palbro Fella does the emote design and like graphic design and graphics for What If Julia. You're blessed. However, I don't mind people not saying anything. I just find it really like a funny situation to be like, you find just I think that's why I love the raid system, is that power of recommendation. You can find like really cool people who are just actively participating in what is essentially just a really cool roller coaster ride. Let's see if my imported thing has a block now. If it doesn't, I'm gonna forge ahead and just make it run instead. I shouldn't have deleted. Okay, because I have that.
So, for anyone who's wondering, I'm just sketching out shapes. You
Wish
okay there,
Unity made
Mike?
this. Yeah, I just wish Unity made that sign when you apply the material to your model. It's fun.
Okay. I'm just sketching out shapes that are influenced by the kind of mood board stuff I have on the left, and essentially just playing around with, like, you know, taking a feather and making that the entire body, or having like the top of the hair be like a wick with the fringe almost melting down by giving them a top tie.
Oh, cool.
Just looking at how I can like try and weave these shapes into things.
Okay, given my character rigid body means it can move via the code component. Cat controller is now attached. I also want to add an animator component so that when you move, the animator can take the code and do stuff. Animator controller. Okay, there's a thing where you can create an avatar. I think I have to do that on the model itself. Yeah, avatar definition, create from this model. Fine. Cool.
Kind of a fun shape. I don't know if having long hair dripping down though.
Oh, I clicked the wrong tab there. Right?
It doesn't feel to me as powerful as the hair flaring up. Doesn't feel as much like ambition.
Any tips on someone about to start taking 3D modeling animation classes with no prior experience? There's no reason to continue having no prior experience outside of your class, because as Ben Powell is saying, they can watch Blender tutorials. YouTube is full of useful information. Do you know which software your class is going to teach? Blender is a really good piece of software because it's free. It means it's really accessible and there's no pressure to like rush to learning stuff and everything. Probs both Blender and Maya. Then yeah, Blender tutorials are really, really good. I would say don't rely on getting everything you'll need personally out of class. Use class as a way to reinforce the knowledge that you couldn't find at home, and be proactive in seeking out information. It's really good to ask questions. Anytime you bump up against something you don't know, either write that question down or like remember that that's like the edge of your knowledge, and Google those questions, and more than likely someone has hit that before. It's often better to be over prepared for your class than it is to be under prepared. I think a lot of people wait until they're given permission to learn the things in class, because it doesn't matter if you're relearning the same things in class that you've already figured out at home. What the class is an opportunity to do is apply what you know. and if you're applying it, you're gonna like learn it even. You're gonna understand it even more fully, and class will be an opportunity for you to ask additional things from your tutor. And if you find that your tutor answers of like, oh, we'll cover that this week, just be like, okay, cool. Don't be like, I want to know everything now, and focus on like, I think just focus on applying what you want to get out of the class on the things that you're making.
If your tutor does say like, we're not going to cover that till this week though, like, do feel free if you really want to know to just go and learn it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't feel like you have to be held back by that.
Yeah.
No experience just means you haven't done it before. Everyone's in that position with everything before they do it. So don't worry about that being something to hold you back. Like, I had no experience in animation before I started animating. But then I started animating, and now I do. Experience is just a practice that you've put in.
Any tips when it comes to the armpit on a model? Yeah, don't get too fiddly with like ollies in there.
Oh, modelling an armpit.
Yeah.
I have no nothing I can do to suggest to help with that. That's
My
your
first question
forte.
is, are you doing sculpting or are you doing like low poly stuff? Because the answer will alter depending on those. Because if you want to have like anatomically correct musculature, that's a different thing. But usually like low poly started from a sphere. Gotcha. Let's look at this armpit here. I'm not gonna say this is a good example, but it might even be absolutely terrible.
It might even be a bad example.
Yeah, I think this is maybe a bad example. I remember looking at this going, I really want to fix this. Yeah. See these two triangles here? This is Mike trying to fix the bad decisions past Mike did, because past Mike would have just had this line go straight into here and he would have had like a really sharp jutting thing here. So I softened that by creating this here, but this isn't really good flowing topology. So here's an example of what not to do. But here's also an example of you don't have to be perfect to make something work and be cool. So I think if you have I think if I was starting again, I would, for a torso, I would start with a square, a cube as it were. Here's my cube. Move over here cube. And then scale down. Volume 1. Like, the reason I would start with a cube is it's simpler. Like, there's not a lot of polys you need to worry about yet. If I give myself I'd probably do this. Then I would probably do something like select faces. I would control F, and then inset face here, and then extrude this. This is my neck. So I've got a nice kind of flow from torso up into neck, and then I would pick this one and I would just extrude this out. And then
Yeah, designing a Pokemon gym leader. I'm just highlighting in orange here the parts that are from the motifs, so you guys can see like how I'm trying to weave it into the design. So the hair shape and neckline combine to make a broken chain, and then the legs are based on the shapes of feathers. And then I've tried to keep this upward arrow motif traveling all the way through the design, including the silhouette on the outside, so it feels like everything's being drawn upwards. Because he's always aiming upwards. And I'm gonna now try and clarify and work into it just a little bit, because I quite like the way the shapes are going. So I want to see if I can make this feel more like a character and less like a collection of shapes.
So I've got that simple box design here, and then I've added additional edge loops that I would then use to, you know, build out the sort of curved shape. But the topology here, I think I'd be happier with, where like you've got these I think they're called, I call them stars, but it's where you have multiple, you have more than four-sided shapes meeting. You have this thing here where it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's what you're kind of aiming for topology wise for your armpit. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. These are really powerful. You see a lot of these in like face. Things. The tutorial I tried following was a very different method for the madness. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to skin the cat, you know.
Yeah, go with the one which feels best to you.
But this is the way that I go with it. And then if I were to move this, move.
The Sylvia hair. Yeah, except this time instead of it being like
He must say yes.
this kind of
Make him say yes.
flowy bun, it's kind of hard to see because I've drawn it so small. I wonder if I should increase my canvas so that you guys can see properly. It's wild, like flame hair, and then we've cut it off because Icarus was kind of cut off before his prime to give it just a hard top edge like this.
He must say yes.
So we're contrasting the kind of wildness of the flame with this very like straight top cut. And this is also doubling to be almost like a wick on top of a candle.
Cool. There's the neck and stuff, and then you would build
That-
shoulder.
It's the intent anyway, but I've drawn it so small that you can all you can see is a pixely mess. Let's cut it off diagonally as well, because why not, right? Just add a bit of interest, asymmetry.
What I would probably do as well is have rather than this directing over to here, I would maybe like bring this down into the top of the arm and then have
What's that knocking sound?
India hitting our desk. I think.
Is it? Am I doing that? Is it my my mic wobbling?
Oh, maybe. This is something that I hit every time I
Alright,
need to
guys.
improve my method, but like, you know what? I might actually do. This is an issue with my approach. I get weirdness just here. I've never fixed that. I don't know how to fix around that yet. A lot of that is like shoulders are tough to figure out.
Might need to make the hair a little bit more square to really sell this chain motif.
He must say yes.
I'm
Make him say
super
yes.
next to the microphone, so I don't know what's happening. I ordered new cables. They should be here on Friday.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Awesome. Nice job. Nice job ordering them cables.
Fuck me. It does, but it's not super aggressive. Okay, let's see your model at 11. Ooh. Compared to mine, it's a lot more advanced.
See, how would you approach a character who's more directionless / aimless in life? Like, you want your design to have a cohesive rhythm, but what if that's what you're trying to convey? I might start by just... Sorry, Mike?
Sorry, I'm just... You go.
I might start by just doing like a few scribbles. Because it's... If they don't know where they're going, it's kind of like this, right? So... This is what I do sometimes to design characters, by the way. And then try and find like method in the madness. So
I mean, this looks good to me.
yeah, also just thinking about like, you know, why are they aimless in life? What is that? Is it that they are indecisive? Is it that they don't care? Is it that they're confused? Because each of those things is very different. Like, you design a character who doesn't care about where they go in life, very different than you design a character who's confused about their direction in life. You know, again, differently to how you design someone who's lost. Each of those is a very specific thing. So you'd want to start weaving stuff like that into your design. Someone who's lost, you might look at a lot of maps for influence. Just I always do like these kind of mind links to objects or things that I think kind of personify what I'm going for, and then try and pull that into the design. Anywho, so just looking at some of these, it's a very indie way to interpret the design. Of course, it depends what kind of character you're going for, if it's even going to be humanoid. Will depend on what you see in these designs.
He must say yes.
You can say yes. I'm trying not to see this as someone who's holding a rock, and instead look for like specific features.
So you're still designing Icarus with this one?
No, I'm showing. Someone asked about if you had an aimless character, how you would go about it.
Oh, cool.
And so I was basically doing a bunch of scribbles.
Oh, cool.
And then showing how you can like pull those into character. This is a really grumpy old woman, I believe. It's fun. It helps to have something in mind before you start, because then you can pull it towards that kind of thing. Like, for example, if I went back to, like Mike said, Icarus, and then looked at these, I might see something different. So, let's see. If I look at this as Icarus, then I'm seeing this shape here. Being pulled upwards. And it's almost some kind of big collar coming around here.
Is it giving me animation just to keep it wide? Ooh.
Because you can kind of pull what you want out of them. So I think for a directionless character, what I'm seeing here from what I've like drawn and done is you probably want to use a lot of loops, because these are the shapes that I'm mostly seeing as I'm scribbling these characters. Is that I've done like, there's a lot of loops involved in being directionless. So there's going to be lots of round shapes that kind of loop back in on themselves. It's another Icarus incoming, because you can see this flame head right here. And then there's kind of a bird-like nose on this one. That could be fun. And then we're seeing the back of his shoulders. The other good thing that this is fun for is it kind of pushes you into poses that you might not normally draw, which is like nice practice. Looks like he's folding his arms. He's grumpy. Let's do that.
We're not here to fight. We need your help.
Even though literally every time we talk to you, you double-cross us, kidnap us, or threaten to destroy everything we love.
Maybe we are here for a fight.
Guys!
Hey Tim, how you doing? Thanks for coming by.
Hey there!
Tim Don. Welcome in.
Let's
Help
see.
us reach 100,000.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe opposing directions. Now you're thinking with portals redacted? That's awesome. Yeah, opposing directions is a great idea for a character who's aimless. You might be leaning towards letting their choices be influenced by others, kind of aimless. Oh, I see, so a kind of a go with the flow kind of person. Then you'd want lots of like flowing lines flowing into one another. And almost a kind of instability, probably.
Welcome in. India's doing character design kind of tutorialing, and I'm trying to import animations into Unity. Welcome, welcome.
I'm more just like showing my general method.
Oh, you like my cute kitty? Look at cute kitty. I've currently got a cute kitty meowing at me as well.
Yeah, exactly, Havo. Sometimes I just fill a page with scribbles and then turn them into like figures or characters, because it really like it makes you see weird poses that you wouldn't normally draw, and you don't default to just what you have in your brain every day, which is what I tend to do if I don't try and push myself out of the comfort zone a bit. You know, and you come up with weird stuff that you wouldn't think of, and then you can take the weird stuff that you like and weave it into something more cohesive, you know, and use it with intent. Pareidolia is the name of that phenomenon.
Nice.
Phenomenon.
There you go.
Thank you. Pavo, no. Get so mixed up with my M's and my N's. Whatever, they're both basically the same letter.
Okay, I'm gonna try doing like a V2. See if that has any more success.
There's kind of a Peter Pan pose going on. Look at the tiny hand I gave him. I gave him a tiny hand.
The sound of knocking.
Sorry, I think it's my computer and such. Everything on my desk is a little bit unstable, and when I draw, it knocks stuff. You're hearing the sound of my elbow wiggling stuff on my desk as I'm drawing.
You still need like a little cushion.
Yeah,
Elbow.
always.
I'm like, got an idea.
I was gonna try and get my pads from roller skating and use those.
Oh, yo, Hinka Pink, thanks for linking our YouTube.
Hey, thanks so much. And then, sorry guys, so this is just shredded up at the bottom, but we're gonna handle it like feathers because Icarus.
Yeah, India's new goal is to get 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube because she wants to be able to approach merch companies to make the kind of merch, high quality merch that she wants for, like, India doesn't want to go with like Redbubble or etc. She wants to get some really good quality stuff for designs for t-shirts and plushes and things like that, custom made.
Yeah, the only way to do that is to go with a custom design company, but no custom design companies want to work with people who have like under a ridiculous amount of subscribers. So now my goal is
So it's the only time subscribers the number of subscribers have ever mattered to her, because now that there's a threshold for these
there's a direct
companies.
correlation between subscribers and plush.
So please help us reach that so that India can get her plush.
Aw. I mean, I want everyone else to get the plush too.
And everyone else can also get her plush. Because she can make a custom plush, and she's made a custom plush before, and Pigu is great.
Thanks.
Pigu is amazing.
Thanks.
So she wants more people to have plushes in their lives.
I just want to make plushes of our characters. I think that'd be super dope. I might be the only one interested in it, but I am interested in it, so there you go.
Did we know that we have 10,500 subscribers? No. Oh, cool.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? I knew that.
How many do you all need left?
Only 90,000 to go.
89,500.
No problem.
Okay.
We got this in the bag. Plushes, here we come.
Put a gold bar on stream.
Subscribe.
Subscribe for plush.
Eventually.
Subscribe for ability to buy plush.
Eventually. Subscribe for potential ability to eventually be able to buy plush. Is that an attractive tagline?
What was the tagline?
Did you not hear me? You just don't listen to me anymore when we
I
stream.
do.
You stopped listening
You say a lot.
a long time ago. That, you know, that is actually I do say a lot.
I can't really read and listen at the same time.
Well, that's not my problem.
I guess not.
Don't let me talk you into it being your fault.
Wait!
What is it? What?
I've been an idiot.
Yep.
I've been an idiot all morning. I've been assuming that I've been exporting. Oh, I've been assuming that I've been exporting to the right place, but I've been exporting into Joust version 1, and I need to be exporting into Joust version 2. Oh,
What does that even mean?
I made a whole new game project.
I don't know what you mean.
In Unity, you can have a project
Uh-huh.
which has all of your files.
Mm.
I made a whole new Unity project called Pegu Joust version 2,
Right.
and I've been importing my character exports into Pegu Joust version 1,
Oh.
going into Unity and being like,
I'm
where's
sorry,
my
dude.
animations and why aren't they updating and what's happening?
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks.
I'm so angry.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm trying to get the chain motif into the pants as well, but I'm not sure that I'm liking just the repetition of that upward arrow. Isn't feeling very clean to me. So I'm gonna leave it out, essentially.
Don't be angry. Oh, but I should have saw that. One of the reasons I was up so late a couple nights ago was trying to get that Pegu logic for like booping the attack thing, and it turns out that I'd written everything completely well, except for the if-else statement. Also, both said false, so it wasn't triggering anything because it just was always false. And I was like, I just need to change it from false to true. That's what I got for pasting the code. It was like, doot, right, copy, paste, come back later. Forgot that I pasted it, and I was just like, oh no, I'm angry.
The same thing I was doing last time now, which is just like redrawing the design, but trying to like exaggerate it and push and pull certain bits out of it.
You got an ore now. Whoop whoop. Sorry. I'm sorry. Everything kind of makes a little bit more sense right now.
Good.
God. No, it doesn't. Where's my animation? Oh, they're all there, but I need to. Oh. You know what? Let's just delete it. Alright.
Deletus.
I just deleted it. Okay. Can you do that again? Wow. Or cool. So that it the mighty ore, so that we get the animations important again. Otherwise I'd have to go through and manually set them all up. Oh, I should have deleted the meta instead. I think that's what the site does. Straight up cool. Wait, we can go into that folder outside of Unity and delete it, and then come back into Unity, and Unity will start thinking about it. It's okay, it deleted the meta itself. Great, cool, awesome. Good.
Is that good?
I think so. I think so.
He must say yes. Make him say yes.
Yeah, thanks for following us.
Thank you very much.
You've just discovered the best Twitch channel on Twitch right now.
What?
Yeah, I'm calling it. There was a competition and we won.
Did we also host the competition? And judge it?
No. and did the competition last 3 seconds.
And we're the only entries.
Winning by default is still a win.
Oh no. So this Icarus is like a more kind of traditional type dealio we've got going on. I would have to, like, the next stage for this for me, if I wanted to like roll forward a little bit with this idea to see like where it leads, as well as just doing a few more doodles to kind of exaggerate these shapes and really like play with them. And I might do weird stuff like I like doing stuff like trying to turn designs upside down and then redraw them with the shape language flipped. So I might, for example, try flipping his head and instead making the top of his head his beard. Like doing stuff like that, rotating it to the side and trying that. Just like really flipping and playing around with the shape language in different ways until I find a design that I'm feeling better with. And then once I have a design that I'm feeling better with in terms of getting the shape motifs and such in, I'd look at, okay, so this character is from like ancient Greece. So let me look at, clothes from ancient Greece and bring that outfit more in line with that while trying to retain the shape language I already have there. If that makes sense. Yo! Thank you, Legendary Putis.
I really, really, really need to fix whatever's happening on the import of this cat because it looks like it has
free money.
a massive boner all the time. All the time.
Some people would like that.
Just every animation, just a massive dog.
So you see, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This is how you can get some cool characters like...
Oh, Declan, thank you for the subscriptions. Free money.
Look at this dude. He's pretty dope. He's just an upside down version of my other character. Flipping things is fun. Playing around with shapes is fun. This is his dad. Maybe this is Daedalus.
Oh, you're doing Daedalus now.
Like father, like son. I like the cheekbone shape here though. It's nice. And then he would have like an unbroken chain motif, right? Don't you all think?
Hey.
And let's cut his beard off straight. Because unlike his son, he's a straight shooter. So we're gonna trim in his beard a bit. Because he follows the rules. Gots to follow the rules.
Oh, I think it's on default.
And then I'm just gonna refine this shape a little bit. Make it into more of an actual beard shape. Daedalus had enough bumps in his career. My gosh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna refine that shape a little bit. Make it a bit more hard-edged. Because his dad's hard-edged!
No, not right one, not right one. Front. And then what?
Temptation to give his dad a little hat. So just a little hat.
There
we go. He has a little hat now. Looking good, dadless. A hat with feathers. Ooh. Ooh. Like that. Give a little feather just off the side. The Robin Hood wannabe. A little feather with a single feather. This is one styling dad, I gotta say.
Cool. Okay.
Bags under his eyes, long nights inventing things. And let's give him long hair, as was the fashion in those times. And just have it drape over his shoulders a little bit. Look at this completely different character that totally isn't just his son flipped upside down.
Wait, did you actually just invert him and...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's a good way to do a counterpoint between two characters' points of views, yeah. The audience will perceive it or they'll feel it.
Yeah. Declan says, should the dad's beard not have a cut-off beard ponytail thing since he didn't cut off in his prime? Yeah, you've got a very good point there. Let's braid it instead and have it long.
Okay.
Because the rope that binds, right?
Turn off the figure.
It's a nice counterpoint to the broken chains.
Or at least...
Let's have this rope.
Hit play? I don't know if I've set it. No, I haven't set everything up. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
You fool.
I'm a fool. I'm full of foolishness. I need to do the things before
I want
hit
it just.
the play button.
I just want it just to peter into into nothingness. I don't want it to have like an end, because I don't feel like I can draw that in a way which wouldn't look messy. And I think we kind of want him to seem like a neat, trim fellow. Everything is as it should be and under control. I'm going to give his beard a bit of a sway, because otherwise it looks like it's just it's like a stiff thing hanging there. Give him layer hair. Make the braid a circle. I think then the noose will be a bit too obvious. I did consider giving the end of his beard a loop, but I think that's a bit too obvious. So
I still haven't created the avatar.
So this time we'll complete the chain using his hair that's come over his shoulders, rather than having that cut off like in his son. We'll have that flow upwards and into the design. Do you remember how Klaus looked in Klaus' first trailer when they were all British? He had a bunch of braids in his beard. I don't remember that. Gosh. He might make his beard look like Leia's hair. Wait, what? So what, make it... this is him. Or make it like this? What?
Hey, so Fox, how you doing?
Will father have a compass because he always knows what direction to go and does not deviate from the intended path? I don't know. I think I would just design him using a lot of straights and not as many diagonals.
What if
I wouldn't make him as sharp.
What if his dad's hat had like blinders on it, like a horse has? His peripheral vision is like whenever he puts on his hat. Oh my god! Boop.
I think if anyone that would suit, it would be more Icarus.
Oh, because he's always driven towards his goal. And
Yeah.
doesn't check. He doesn't have the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh.
Yes, that's what you want. You want him to have little little cinnamon rolls on the side of his chin. I mean, he could totally. I am gonna have to head off because it's half past, but you can see how like just playing with the shape language and thinking about things in terms of like the metaphors, the meaning behind the character and what they represent, and how you can turn that into visual motifs and then weave those into the designs. Thinking about what kind of lines you want to use, what kind of shapes you want to use, can help you build up a character, and then staying playful with it and like trying a bunch of different stuff. You know, rotating things around, redrawing stuff, pushing things, pulling things. I hope you guys found it helpful. It was fun to do. I love designing things. I should also say that usually when I'm designing characters, it will take me like weeks to design a character, sometimes even months, and it'll be weeks of just doing this.
Raccoon fart. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you, Raccoon Fart. So it's not like something that I do one day of and then I'm done. Like, I would keep working into refining these characters.
Miss India.
And trying different things.
Miss India wins the next class.
You guys were graduated. You can go out and make stuff. Congratulations on being such amazing students.
I'll make the submission form for this challenge today and link that out.
But yeah, do you remember when I was making the characters for Glim?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
My first design for Jove, I spent weeks and weeks making it. My first design for Jove, like, got thrown out in favor of a completely new one because my first design for Jove, now I look back at it and I'm like, I much prefer this new design.
Mm-hmm.
But back then I'd spent weeks designing him a certain way.
But he were wrong.
But he was wrong. Yeah, so don't be afraid to like chuck stuff out and try again. Like, character design can be a long process. Take a long time to properly explore your options.
Yeah, I dragged the cat pirate avatar here. Good. Gonna move speed, go dash speed. Good. We just go. Okay. And then let's just point
Point that Pigu Cam.
I keep forgetting to hit save when I go to hit play. I'm always just like, yeah, play. And then all of the stuff that I've just set up and done, like, if it crashes. Not that Unity's prone to crashing or anything, it's just my computer, I feel like streaming and doing this at the same time, it's like... when it's doing anything. The variable PiguCam of cat controller has not been assigned. Oh. Oh, okay, I won't hit the change button then. Change camera, switch camera button. Oh. Cool, okay.
So, Mike, we have to go.
Give me 2 seconds. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. Oh, he's doing stuff. He's almost there. Why isn't he moving? What would be preventing him from... Oh, I hit the jump button. He doesn't know how to jump. What would be preventing him from moving? What vital step have I forgotten? He waves, yeah. Okay, I know what's happening with the animator because I've got exit time on these. And okay, there should be a little bit less surfy there. Yeah. I don't know why he's coming out of walking. He should be walking. Is he parented to a null object or something? I don't think so. Does it need to be kinematic here? No. Is his movement speed as well? Nope. This walking speed, no, I did that a while ago, where my movement speed was set to 0 and I'm like, why is he only spinning? But I just checked that.
You haven't even got into colours yet. I guess if there was someone to talk about colours, it would probably be like... Okay, colour symbology.
You look like Ganon right now. Ganondorf.
Is it just because of the darker skin tone and the fiery hair?
Yeah. That's it.
Some iconic combinations you have to kind of fight when it comes to character design, like that. Where certain colour combinations will just evoke other characters.
I think as long as you don't have him turn into a massive pig, you're good.
No, I don't know. Like, honestly, if every time someone looks at your character, a different character comes to mind, it can be an issue. But, like, again, if I was gonna, like, really run with this character, I would do a bunch of different colour thumbs to really try and figure out what would work best for the character. Like, fiery hair seems like a must, but there are lots of different ways that you can do fiery hair. You know?
Yeah.
And who says that the skin tone even has to be, like, of this world? Since we're doing, like, a Greek legend.
Yeah, it is around 11 a.m. We're gonna end. I'll try and figure out this movement thing tomorrow. So, who we could send you all to? I mean, there's Circa LaRue, and I really love his streams. He's got a good energy, but he's playing Cyberpunk 2077, and
Is that out?
yeah, apparently.
Finally out.
And so, the reason I wouldn't be sending you guys there is that I like to support people when they're doing art. There's also Kara Kerosene. She's doing art. It's cool. She's really fun. Nick was streaming again. Tim's not streaming because he raided us. Yeah, Nick or Caro, India?
I don't know. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna leave this in your hands, Mike.
Okay. There's Evan's Art Cave as well. Okay. Other Ginger Ninjas like, hey, it's Nintendo. They sent a DMCA just for the color combination.
Yeah, I bet they probably would.
We were talking about that yesterday, where India retweeted a thing from Sonic from 4 years ago, which is like, hey, be right back, go to DMCA. Just kidding. We love you, Sonic fans.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. It's like that's a good attitude to have towards your creators. Your fans.
Are you saying there's a streamer called Bear the Mighty? Are you serious? Are they cool? Because I got a fairly weighty got a fairly weighty raid going on here, and I want to make sure that it's going in a good direction.
I mean, there's not really a wrong choice.
There's a responsible choice, India.
Icarus wouldn't take it.
Oh, I'm getting an ad. Let's see what the description says. I like to draw anime-inspired art, including fan art, concept art, and animation. Feel free to say hi and hang out. Cintiq.
You have to choose, Mike, because I have to go.
Okay, I'll go with Bear the Mighty since Pablo is a fella. And
A real good fella.
yeah, let's do it. Late night drawing. Okay, let's see what they're doing. I've got an ad for the boys too playing. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, we'll do that. We're doing that. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, channel. Start raid. Raid initiated. Thank you so much for everyone for coming by today.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining in. It's been real fun. We'll be back tomorrow.
We hope you've enjoyed your time here. We've been Doig and Swift.
Obey the rest.
Of your day.
Behold, I got sneeze. Be filled.
Be filled with
Adventure.
Take care, everyone. Go be awesome.